What? When it comes down to a fucking relationship, you gotta fucking like.
Why can't you just be like, well, I haven't had a boyfriend, so I can't speak on this subject, and then we just go to the next person?
Because it shouldn't matter about the boyfriend. It should matter as people.
Welcome to the Make It Work podcast, where we talk about what it is because it is what it is. I'm joined today by 3 fresh, new faces. So much energy.
Yes,
already.
so much
in the room.
Already.
Different rocks, different crystals, different faces, different names, ages, relationship statuses. Let's start with Love.
What do you want me to say?
Name?
Okay, my name is Love. I'm single, very much so.
Very
and I'm
much.
28. 2 days ago was my birthday. So,
Happy belated.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
definitely.
you.
Happy belated birthday.
Yeah.
Said you're
anything
single?
else?
Why are you single?
Why am I single?
Yeah.
Why you want to go to that so fast?
I mean, we don't have to. I can come back to you.
Come back to that.
I just like seeing
I
people's
know.
reactions when I ask them.
Yeah.
Like the lady to my left.
Yeah.
Name,
Already?
age, relationship status.
That was real
Okay.
smooth.
Hello, everybody. Maya. I'm 29. I am very much single for about 2 years. Yeah.
Very
I'm
much.
picky. I'm
Of
picky.
course, a woman of your stature better be picky.
Yes.
That better be why you single, girl.
Yes.
You could choose. Hello.
Okay. Is this one? Yeah. This is what we doing? Okay. You said very much. Did you say you said very much too? Right.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Both of you are very much single.
So y'all
Yeah.
looking big time.
You said because
So
we're
what?
looking?
So y'all looking.
I'm not
Not
looking
no.
for shit.
No,
I'm not looking for nothing.
me neither.
You're not looking for nothing.
I'm not looking
No.
for nothing.
That's a double
whatever
negative,
is
so you're
meant for
looking
me.
for something.
No, whatever is meant for me will come to me. I'm not looking for anything.
Yes.
Okay.
So you're not actively searching for it.
I'm not actively
It's just gonna
searching
come
for
to you.
nothing. Yes.
Yeah.
If it's meant
fair.
to be, it will be.
That's fair. That's fair. Who is
Yep.
he?
Who is he?
Name, age, relationship status.
I'm Brandon, 31, and I'm single. I'm sitting down. I'm not really looking.
Single sitting down. Very single, single sitting down.
Sitting
what,
down.
What,
Yeah, what does
what
that
does
mean?
that mean?
Not really actually looking for anything. Like kind of like Shorty just said here. She said she's not really looking for anything. I'm not really looking for anything, to be completely honest. I'm enjoying myself in my singleness.
Right.
Walking out my purpose, building business, helping
Okay.
other people out. If something happens, comes my way, of course, I'm open to it. But at the same time, I'm not really running out here trying to find anybody.
Right. So you're enjoying yourself in your singleness. So what, you fucking a lot of girls?
No, not even. I'm abstinent
Jeez.
right now
Just
until
went
marriage.
there.
You're abstinent?
Abstinent.
Went there.
Abstinent until
Abstinent.
marriage?
Abstinent until marriage. Not having sex anymore until marriage.
You're not a
Oh,
virgin,
anymore.
are you?
I was about to say, and
Oh.
he said anymore. He
Anymore.
said anymore.
I'm about to say, you're not a virgin, are
No,
you?
I'm not a virgin.
Okay.
So
Really?
if I guess if we're gonna talk about, I'm definitely not a virgin. I was
Okay.
married before. I have 2 kids.
Oh, wow. All right.
Divorced. And was doing my thing a little bit after my divorce.
Military.
But because of
That's what I said.
I don't know how
That's what
everybody
I
like-
said.
You give
I asked
So
military.
the crazy part is, I feel like everybody in this room has at least asked me that once. I'm not military. I work with the military for the past probably about 6-7 years now. But
Okay.
yeah, but yeah, I doing my thing a little bit because of my faith. I have chosen to not continue to have sex and all that prior to marriage, but also just a lot of other stuff, other reasons too that I just choose not to have sex. Prior
Speak
to
on
marriage.
it.
I mean, to keep it simple, right? If you buy a Lambo, you gonna let anybody drive it?
Hell nah.
So for me, like at the end of the day, I feel like I've invested so much into myself these past 4 years since I've been divorced that I'm just not interested in just having sex with somebody who hasn't proven that they deserve that right.
So you're the Lambo.
Yeah, I'm the Lambo.
Okay. Okay. And if you have sex with someone, they're driving you.
Or they at least no, they're not driving.
Why do they say
First of all, pause. We're not gonna do that. No,
I'm just like,
So,
but it's your analogy. You
At the,
can
end
make
of
up the
the,
rules.
at the end of the day, I feel like I've invested a lot in myself as it relates to emotional healing, as it relates to just getting myself together financially, as it relates to showing myself self-love, all of the things like that I've been doing to work on myself. And I feel like that I'm not just gonna give myself to any particular person. I feel like somebody has to prove themselves that, hey, you're a woman, we're aligned, we're on the same goals, same focus, same path. I could potentially see a future, not potentially see a future with you, but you have my last name. Then we, engage upon that. Because I also have a perspective that, like, sometimes introducing sex into a relationship early ruins the relationship. So
It can.
just my perspective.
So you're not a fuck on the first date type of dude.
Absolutely not. Like I said, I'm extending until marriage. In my past, even then, I still never had sex on the first date. I just not me. I just never been that dude. I'm not a dude that's like pressed for sex, like at all.
What about you, love? You fucking on the first date? I think you just gave yourself away.
I'm just clapping them up.
Right,
Just give
yeah.
'em
But
kudos.
are you fucking on the first date?
I have.
You have.
Yeah, but I mean, a woman like me, I look at myself like, I think I'm a Lambo, but at the same
Right,
time,
as you should.
You think you're a Lambo?
I think I'm a Lambo, like he said.
What makes you a Lambo?
In reference to him, because I know nobody can give off this energy like I can, and I know I got certain traits about me besides my energy that helps. That helps me be, unique. So I have, and also something else that I be having to add on is that, like, I feel like females could do what men want to do. There's been times that, I've fucked on the first date and I never talked to them again. You feel me? Like,
So you was on your savage
it was
time.
on me. Because it was on me. You feel me? Because you feel me?
Well, you are the gatekeeper of the vagina.
Exactly. Very much so. It is very good vagina.
Very good
But
vagina.
I feel like it shouldn't just be a stand. It shouldn't be just like, how it's okay for guys, but it's not okay for women.
For what? What are you talking about?
To
Specifically?
have hoes, to do what they want.
Okay.
It's a stigma.
They could not even be having sex with everybody, but at
Right.
least talking to more than one.
Right.
It still gets looked at as a whole sense
Okay.
for women. So to me, it's just like a personal thing. Like, you feel me? Like, if you want it, you want it. I mean, if you feel like there's been times where, I mean, of course, it haven't worked because I'm single now.
Right.
Where you get interested in somebody afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
It could be all good and everything. Y'all just be copacetic and it just end on, mutual terms. But
Right.
it might not necessarily be that is the reason why y'all ended. So it's like you can't just base it off of a physical thing because sometimes you can't just ignore what's there. And sometimes, you want to live up to the standard of, you shouldn't fuck on the first date. No, fuck all that. I'm the person I'm going against all grains. You got me messed up.
All
I'm gonna
grains.
do not all grains literally, but I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do what I feel is right for me as long as I'm doing it the right way, not disrespecting me, not disrespecting nobody else. As long as I'm on point with my shit,
Right.
and I know what I'm doing. I feel like I could do what I want because I'm a grown ass woman. You feel me? I don't feel like it should that a nigga got multiple females and they could do what they want, but yet I'm a hoe. No, you got me messed up. That's where it becomes to title, limiting the titles and shit. Even though there is shit that men can do that women can do and shit that women can do that men can't. It's even. It's a balance.
It's a balance. Maya, what you think?
No, I agree.
Yeah?
I agree, yeah. Like, I definitely take control. I think for me, though, right now, because I have definitely fucked on the first date. And that's
Was it nice? Was it good? Was
Yes.
it fun? Was it a great time?
I would say for the most part.
Yeah.
Did you continue on with them afterwards, relationship or dating longer?
I guess it depends. So I dated a 45-year-old about 2 months ago, and that lasted for like
He was
a month.
45?
Yeah.
Age don't matter.
wrong
Don't
with
do
that,
her. Don't do
Right,
her.
I don't think it matters.
Nothing's wrong. I just didn't know.
I mean, honestly, the 45-year-old treated me the best that I've ever been treated before.
Why did it end?
They raised old school. They not with these millennials.
Yeah, thank you.
But it's over. So why is it over?
Yeah, well,
It's over because I am moving to a different state.
okay.
Yeah. So I didn't want to continue it. Is that not valid?
So he's close. Where are you moving to?
Austin, Texas.
So you're moving to Texas.
Yeah.
So you won't be around here.
Broke my man's
I
heart.
won't. I know. I did. He actually cried. Wow. It's like the first time that
Why are
I
you
made
moving to Texas?
I think I'll have like more opportunity there when it comes to like my job.
Do you
and I
already
just-
have an opportunity there?
Well, my
or-
job's remote, so like I can
Go
work.
So you're
wherever.
choosing to leave him.
Yeah,
for
I
your
did.
job.
He wasn't
Clearly
like
he's not
everything
it.
though. Like
Clearly he's not.
exactly.
Thank
No,
you. I didn't have to say
no.
it.
Yeah, no.
So he
Not
wasn't it.
everything.
But if
was-
he wanted to prove that he was, he would have come while she's in Houston.
I mean, but at the
Yeah.
same time, she does reserve the right to date who she wants when, for
Exactly.
That-
and live
that's
her
a
life
fact. That's a fact.
while there's no title. There's just
Why
because you're
does-
talking to somebody don't mean you have to stay in that state. If you really fuck with me how you fuck with me, you're gonna make
Right.
sure that we can at least go back and forth because I'm not just gonna be the one going to you while I'm
What-
here.
what does
doing
he
what I'm
do?
doing.
He's a real estate agent.
Okay, and he's local to where he is, right?
Yeah, he's.
So you work remotely. He's local to where he is as a real estate agent. She's choosing to leave.
They don't never have.
How is he going to go?
He don't
where
never have
she
an
go?
off day. Real estate agents, they make
An
enough
off
money.
day?
The sick days, off days,
She ended
vacation
it.
days.
Yeah.
Love.
No, he was about coming down to visit me and everything. He
yeah,
was like
visit.
keep me updated.
Right.
I mean, I don't know.
So why end it for
That's
you?
different.
Why end
So
it? If
you
he's willing, why
ended
end
it.
it?
That's different.
Yeah,
It's
I
something-
ended
Right.
it.
It's something that ain't right. It was something that wasn't right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was 45.
Nah, it wasn't that.
So what was it?
It was a small part of it.
Thank you.
A small part of it. But honestly,
Was he in good shape
Poor guy broke
I
his
mean,
heart.
decent shape.
Poor old
yeah.
guy.
for 45?
Yeah, yeah. Like he doesn't have kids or anything.
Yeah,
So,
Okay,
like,
so
Yeah,
what
gray
part
hairs.
of it?
he was bald.
Can you tell us what's the why? What about him wasn't good enough to make you like?
I just didn't feel like I could be like 100% myself. Like again, humor is like
Right.
huge for me.
I respect that big
Yeah.
time.
But he had the
And-
old man humor.
Yeah, he had like the old man humor,
It's like I know
and
him.
we just didn't we just didn't connect 100%. That's all that it was.
He
I'm,
was so
I'm
old.
all for that, yo.
It's
like,
not just because of
But you
that.
don't-
Okay, and I do also want to say I don't think my parents would have approved. Like I didn't
Fuck
tell
that.
them.
Number one, I'm definitely a person to fuck that. Fuck
Yeah,
what the parents
no,
think.
yeah.
Because if you
A
happy,
lot of
you
people
happy.
are.
Fuck that. But
lot of
are you
people are.
sure
I think
you
that's hard
didn't put
for
the
me.
limit on
no, she
making
just said.
that vibe be off?
She just
That
said that.
something was off.
Maybe a little bit, but I don't know. Like I said, like the humor and just like I couldn't feel like 100% myself.
I'm all for that.
you
Like
can't
if
fight
if
that.
you
Like,
cannot,
you can't fight that. You
What
can't
think?
fight that
What
feeling.
you think, Brandon?
I don't know. I mean, my perspective is always like if you're gonna be in a relationship with somebody, you need to be able to be fully and freely
Facts.
yourself. If
Yeah,
you
that's
cannot
what,
be
that's
yourself,
all that
that's
it
not your
was.
For a
person.
fact.
Yeah,
For a fact.
That's not your
but he was
person.
super nice.
Fact. It'd be
Nice
like
or
that.
not,
It'd
they
like,
could be a
oh,
great
wah, wah.
person, great
Yeah.
woman, great man, and all that. If you can't be yourself around them, like
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
alright. It's over with.
Yeah.
It's over with. I should be able to be goofy as fuck. I should be able to make all
Thank you.
these
That's what I'm
faces
saying
and
because
act
I'm
retarded
goofy as fuck. I mean,
with
y'all
you.
haven't really seen that, but I am, and he wasn't.
especially if
So-
you're talking
Yeah,
about
that's-
trying to make something
what
happen
make-
for an
that's what
extended
make
period of
things
time.
awkward.
Yeah.
Like, you ain't-
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Nah, we could tell you're goofy as fuck. You was with a 45-year-old.
That's crazy. Okay, not goofy in that way.
Big shade.
You ain't gotta call me out like that. Damn.
Don't do her like that.
My
I know.
fault. My fault. She pretty. She got it. She got it. She got it. That's a beautiful woman right there. So, what type of woman you gonna marry in the future?
I mean, to be completely honest, I don't know. I don't know all things, but I know what I would like. I know my preferences is, and a lot of the things that I desire in a woman are based upon my purpose and what I feel like is I'm supposed to be doing in life.
Right.
Right now, I work a full-time job. I also do Delaware Fashion Lines, and so that involves me working with a lot of beautiful models,
Respect.
like a lot of runway shows and all that stuff I do. And part of what I believe my purpose also is instill identity and encourage people and all those sorts of things.
Right.
And so the woman that's going to be my wife for sure has to be like confident, right? Because if I am around a bunch of beautiful women all of the time, but at the same time sometimes encouraging them and all of that, but
Right.
she up every day, who's this, who's that, like that, it's just not gonna work.
That won't work
You're not
with you.
for me, shorty. So confident. I also like somebody that's also ambitious, like intelligent. So I like a woman that most people would probably say is that strong woman who nobody really likes because she just doesn't listen or all that sort of stuff. Just because I don't know. That's just the energy that I kind of like because I see it as. Well, let me say this: in a long-term relationship or marriage situation, for me, I value having somebody that I don't necessarily have to carry.
Okay.
But at the same time, like, yo, we partners. We're gonna tag team this
You
thing.
see her as
That's
a
a
plus.
fact.
Yeah,
That's a
she's a
fact.
plus. Like, not necessarily me trying to carry her, buy this, buy that. Like, I want you to come to the table with your own gifts, your skills, and it's a big part of me to really like be serving of that woman. I mean, that's just who I am. I believe I have a gift of service.
I got a question. And it's kind of crazy because that you say that, right? So I got somebody that was like this that I dated before. So let's say she's everything, all that besides she don't know what she want to do in life. She don't know what she want to do, but she's supportive, but she just don't
not my
know. But
wife.
she's ambitious, in a corporate job that she has. Like she don't have nothing further than what she has to do. Like, or what she want to do. Like she just got this job, but
So
she's
ambitious in what way though?
she's ambitious as in like, you know, she don't play about work type ambitious. Because I've had a couple of people, they don't play about work or being on time to work, but they don't know what they want to do longevity wise. But they're not insecure, but they're everything else on point. Their job, their money, their everything is on point. But they don't know what the fuck they want to do.
I mean, so
down the road.
I don't think, honestly, I think a lot of us, none of us know what we really want to do long term, right? At the end of the day.
But we all have an idea. We all have something that we work towards. Idea. I'm talking about somebody who doesn't know what they want to work towards.
So let me say this. Let me differentiate, right? So
they just focus on living and having enough to make sure that they're more than comfortable.
All right, go ahead, Brandon.
I feel like there are people out there who, they will try to say, I want to do this. And they will start this particular journey, go to school, get a nursing degree or something like that. And then 2 years later, not be in the nursing field.
That's me.
And then they will try something else. Oh, I didn't mean to read your whole life like that.
But I have something that I work for my own business. So,
let's just take that though. Like for instance, that's just part of the journey. You don't necessarily have to stop there or end that there. So for a particular woman, if she's committed and passionate about her job, for instance, like I was watching a Breakfast Club podcast the other day. Gorgeous woman, I think her Stephanie Young was on there. She was talking about her job. She's passionate about her job, pouring it. She works for Michelle Obama on her campaign or something like that. Passionate about her job, all of these other things. And like as I'm sitting here listening to her talk, because she's intelligent, articulate, passionate, actually putting in the work in to make some those things happen, I'm already interested and intrigued by her just because of her mind. And so, but she didn't necessarily speak anything about what she does outside of her job. And so to go back to your question, if you don't necessarily have to have I want to do this outside of my 9 to 5 or something different that I want to do, as long as you have some sort of passion, you're ambitious, you're intelligent, you want to make those things happen and you're going for it. I mean, that's really important. I mean, and for me, like I'm a dude who's very, like my man, logical and intrigued by a woman's mind. I mean, like, so that means, type. Right. So like, you have to be intelligent to be my wife. Like,
yeah, because you can't date no dumb. No. I don't know.
I gotta have I'm sorry, dismissed. Like I can't.
I don't know. What's that word?
Yeah, no, that's not it. That's
even
never
as black women, there's still black women like that.
Yes,
I don't know.
Dits.
It's just a different word. It's just I'm not even a person. I'm a person that seek more knowledge about cultural things and even certain other stuff. I'm not a person like my best friend who's read the dictionary while she was on punishment type shit.
Right.
But, so she knows every word. But so there's bigger words that I don't know. But there's certain things that you want to learn about or you have a passion about. You have something that sparks your fire.
Exactly.
That helps your knowledge expand.
Yeah.
I haven't went to college, but I know some things.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing that intrigues me. So a lot of people say I'm a very intelligent guy. I'm somewhat nerdy and all that sort of stuff. But I also like to have a woman to kind of teach me something.
Facts. I like the way we bounce back when we do that tennis ball effect. Like I feed off of you, you feed off of me. Like I like it when it's something that even if you can't. That's the type of female that I am. I'm the type of female like you don't have to be the one that like you could be down and out, and I could be the breadwinner. I'm not never gonna be that female to flash it in your face. I'm not never gonna be the female to do that. We gonna come home. Every time I come home from work, we gonna have that conversation. What inspires you? What ignites you? And what's something that's enough for me. Type shit. Like that's enough for me too, because we sitting here bouncing off of each other's knowledge, bouncing off each other's energy, like and sparking our brain movement. Like
I think another thing I would say is just like, so for me, I don't necessarily just believing in being with someone to wake up and go to sleep every night.
Hell no.
So for me, like it's all important of like.
Wait, what did you just say? Hold on.
Waking up and go to sleep. That means just being there.
You just
existing.
Okay.
Like wake up and going to sleep. Like so my intention is just like I want to raise a family, build a legacy that I can leave to my children and all that.
Right.
So I value my woman to have that passion, that drive, that energy to be like, hey babe, look, this idea got like, oh, that's dope. What about this person? Who's the audience that we serve? And what kind of intention? Like, what are we going to do with this?
As long as you're some way.
Yeah, I mean, so it's just like somebody who can bring me ideas and we can bring those ideas together. And I'm kind of more, like I said, more of a serving execution kind of person. So I can help you execute.
So is she known as your assistant or your partner?
Say that one more time.
Is she known as your assistant or your partner?
She's my partner, I would say.
Yeah. So you guys like 50-50?
50-50 with regard to what, though?
Because your partner is going to be the one who's going to be your assistant.
Nah, I believe.
Sit there and do that shit with no question asked.
Hold on, love.
Nah, I believe we should be 100. Like, I mean, if you're a whole person coming into a relationship, I expect you to give me all parts of you, a whole person. And so we're going to both give that to one another. Thanks. And so as in our endeavors relationship-wise, and our endeavors business-wise, family-wise, all of that, we're going to give 100% of ourselves to one another.
You think the same way?
Say it again.
You think the same way?
Yeah.
It should be 100.
Yeah.
You want to get married someday?
Someday. I still think about it.
So what do you want to
feel
do
like-
right now?
Well, right now I'm just focusing on me and wanting to move. Like I don't want to really think about a relationship right now because I've been I've been in a relationship since I've been 21, and I'm 29 now. So I kind of did it the opposite way, but
what's that game you used to play? Leapfrog or some shit. What's that game where bunny hops or something? Where you used to jump over the person that's in front of you. That's what you used to jump on. Relationship to relationship. Yeah, relationship to relationship.
Yeah, granted, I mean
shit.
they were like long term, so it was only like two guys, but
you
still.
know, be like,
How
I'm worried
long?
about myself.
How long was long
Then the
term?
next dude come in.
Well, the first one was like a year and a half, and then the second one was like 5.
5 years?
Yeah.
What's your longest relationship?
So the woman I was divorced from, we met when we were 14, got divorced when we were 28. So half my life at that time, it was 14 years.
You were with only her for those 14 years.
Yeah.
To 28.
Yeah.
That explains so much.
Why you say that?
That's like,
Talk to me.
that's like you. So okay, all right.
Talk to me. Talk to me.
I'm just like
Why you see the way you see?
what's your longest relationship, love?
My longest relationship was like 6 years total, on and off. Only on and off, probably like I would say, like when we would be off, it would be like probably 2-3 times out of those 6 years.
Were there guys in between that?
It's women. It was women. I was with a woman for that long. That's actually my ex-fiance, the only person I ever was engaged to, and more than once.
Wait, you got engaged to a
You got engaged
a woman?
to more than once?
Yes, and I was engaged to her more than once. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
So the relationship. You said 6 years. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a guy.
No, it was a woman.
That was a woman. Okay.
My high school sweetheart. That was my high school sweetheart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And you got with some guys in between, or not at all?
Yeah, I did. Very much so.
Is that considered cheating?
No. Not while we was together. Not while we was
Okay,
together.
yeah.
That was
So when you guys were off
No,
during or
see, I more so
without
got
the
into
on.
guys. That was when I was 16. So I more so got my like later 20s. I mean, not later 20s. Probably like mid 20s type shit. But
right.
that was just because I ain't had no bitches.
So guys were just
They were
because you were
just-
bored.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
So would you consider yourself lesbian?
No, I don't consider me nothing.
Love that. No
I'm
titles.
free as
What's
fuck.
that?
Yes.
Like
I'm
non-binary or
Non-binary. I'm
Non-binary,
free as
that's you?
fuck. And that's what I said. If I was to go with some pronouns, I would be considered they. You, of course, basically, but I would let you, I wouldn't feel offended like people in the LGBTQ plus community because I'm clearly a she. I don't have male genitalia. But at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck who you are. I ain't pansexual. I don't give a fuck who you are.
right?
I don't give a fuck what you got. As long as you can aid to me sexually, mentally, physically, emotionally, all
As long as they treat you right.
as long as as long as they treat me right and they come with what the fuck they need to come with, I don't care what you
What
are.
do they need to come with?
So you don't mind marrying any either male or female?
No, but it's being based like, okay, let me break it down like this. I've recently realized like a couple years ago that I was like pansexual because before I used to keep myself in a lesbian box.
But can you answer my
Right?
question?
Oh, you're in a box.
Before I put myself in a box.
I'm gonna get to the question though.
Just because I couldn't see myself, or maybe I was putting that force upon myself because I only dated females since I was 16. My last boyfriend was sophomore year of high school.
Right. But you was
So-
fucking though.
Of course I was fucking.
You was getting
What do you
dick.
mean?
You was getting dick
Yeah,
down.
but not constantly. But it was not constantly. It was
Right.
only the times that I was not in a relationship with a female. So, and when I didn't have a female that I could go fuck on, it was literally all based off of a pleasure sense, just because I wanted to get that nut. It wasn't.
So do you have a preference on who you will marry, male or female?
No, I don't, because I'm not going to sit here and put myself in that same box. Of course, I would probably, I want to have a family. I want to have kids. I want to be married. I want to have all that shit. And I can have all that no
With a
matter
man.
who I marry. But
Oh.
naturally, and the right way would be, of course, with a man.
Well, there's no right and wrong, but
Right, of course.
do you
I'm
want to
not
have your
saying
own
that's for the
natural
way.
kids?
I want to have my own kids, very much so, but there's no natural way to it. If I'm gonna have kids, I'm gonna have kids. To me, of
There's
course,
a
there's
natural way
of
to
course
it.
there's a of course there's a natural way to have it. Of course,
Right.
you're gonna have sex with a man. That's period. But I'm saying, to me, I'm not gonna limit myself to that. So who?
You kind of have to. If you want to have kids.
Because if I'm pansexual, I'm gonna whoever I'm with and whoever I fall in love with that I plan on marrying, whether it's a man, woman, or a transsexual, I'm gonna do what I have to do to make sure I have our kids. Of course, people will think differently about it because if you don't have my sperm, it's not my kid, or if you didn't fuck her and get her pregnant, that's not your kid. People got their different looks on it. But regardless of way, if it's a team effort, it's a team effort. And if it's planned and pursued with the two of you, it is what it is.
So if
that's
it's adopted,
especially
then that's fine.
whether it's adopted or whether y'all get a sperm donor, it don't matter what it is. If y'all do the same thing, if she impregnates you with the sperm donor sperm, or if whoever in the LGBTQ community thinks up what to do and want to get them pregnant for them, and their spouse is okay, it's different ways of going about it.
Right.
I don't have no prejudice about it.
Okay, that's
I'm
fair.
not. I don't. It's not nothing. That's why That's why I realized who I am. I'm pansexual. I'm free, all open. If I find a dude, if a dude come across me, I fall in love with him. I fall in love with him. If a woman come across me, I fall in love with them. I fall in love with them. I can't stand a bitch that be like, oh, I'm going to bitches because this nigga done did me dirty and he done cheated on me. Did that?
Right.
Bitch, these bitches is gonna sit here and they gonna manipulate you because they know how women feel. They know how to get to you. They know how to play you. So it's stupid as fuck to try and come over here and try to be with these women when they gonna sit here and manipulate you and know how to get away with this shit versus the ones who's getting caught up with the niggas. You stupid as hell. It's not about the what the fuck they got between their legs. It's about the person and their morals and their what they believe in and how they go about shit. That's what I believe, but everybody's belief is their own belief. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, it just wouldn't be natural if you didn't.
It's just it don't matter. Either way, it's gonna be natural because at the end of the day, it's gonna be sperm and egg together.
Right, that's natural.
But it's not gonna be the natural arousal because, of course, if it's not with a woman and a man, it's gonna have to be applied.
That's where we're going with.
It's a good word.
Of course, it's gonna have to be applied. Very much so.
Yeah.
You gonna apply a kid?
But some women that can't even get pregnant,
right?
And
Exactly.
still only fuck with men, and they ask to get applied. So you can't even put it in that spectrum either. There's too many spectrums that come on the spectrum.
Yeah,
we gotta cut your spectrum off. Right now.
My spectrum is too big.
I believe it, but in terms of the microphone, we have
look.
to.
Yeah, because
no, I was loving it.
I keep chilling.
So you were living it.
Yeah.
Do you swing the other way?
I do not.
Why not?
I don't know.
It's not just for. It's not for.
I'm just asking.
So what you mean? You say when you were living it?
No, just everything that she's saying. Like I
okay.
agree with. Like I love how open and like free spirited that she is. Like I'm about it. I'm supportive.
She's so open mentally. It's her spirit. And, her energy is
energy.
It's amazing. It's just you can just do whatever.
Next episode. But yeah.
But you want a man though.
I do. Very much so.
How tall is your man going to be?
Ideally over 6 feet because I'm 5'10".
Okay.
So I'm pretty tall. But like most of the guys I've dated have been like my height. So
every woman loves a man taller than them if they only deal with us. Every woman loves every woman has a preference.
Yeah, but actually the guy that
women.
Yeah, but the guy that I dated in high school, he was like 5'6", so and I was 5'10". So I'm open at the end of the day, but
that didn't last because I'm sure that was one of the things. I'm sure that was one of the things why you didn't.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Oh, you loved him for him.
Yeah, I did.
Hold on. No. We're not letting her off the hook that way. Why didn't it last?
It didn't last because he was shitty. He was 2 years older than me. It was high school. He went off to college. Like, yeah.
The years don't matter. It matters about the person. Because even if he went to college and he was serious about you, that motherfucker would have made sure.
Right. No.
You were secure.
So what are some preferences that you feel like you can't compromise on?
Say it again.
So what are some preferences that you feel like you can't compromise on?
That I can't compromise on?
His height.
No, not necessarily.
If he was 6'3", he would have got away with some of that.
No, the height is what she made clear she can compromise with.
Yeah.
Shout out to her, yo, because you got a lot of women out here who are not about that life.
I'm very open, honestly. Like I said, like at the end of the day, I just want to be able to be myself 100% and relate. to
What
you
are you doing?
on a deeper level. Yeah, why are you smirking?
A deeper level because I just knew it wasn't gonna last from the start. 5,
What?
6.
Okay, but that's not the reason why. It
So you
lasts.
say-
Like
You can
I
say
wouldn't,
that.
if I wasn't attracted to that, I wouldn't have dated him in the first.
I mean, I think
place.
people put out a lot of like different reasons for why they just beat around the bush. It's like, bro, if he was 6'3", you would have put up with some of that.
I don't think so. No, I disagree.
So you
Unless he
feel like
was
that a
vile.
woman can't
Unless
stick
he
with a
was-
man who's
a
shorter
woman-
than her?
A woman can
happens.
stick with a man who's shorter than her if she loves him that much, and if he's
If she
not
loves him
as
that much.
vile as some niggas are, because some niggas don't care.
You said it does happen?
It happens. It happens.
it
Very,
does.
very
It does,
rarely.
yeah.
Very rarely.
Is it rarely
I
that
think
rare?
as
I
a
wouldn't
woman
say,
in
like,
the woman
super
scene would
rare.
be very rarely.
You said
I
you're
feel like
5'10"?
it's kind of
I'm
moderately
5'10".
rare.
So we need to come up with how many people are married where the guy is 4 inches shorter than the woman.
Damn, 4 inches is a lot.
Look, someone look that up.
Kevin and Nico.
Kevin
Hart.
Hart.
There we go.
The one and only A-lister
Great example.
Kevin Hart.
That's literally probably the
literally
only
the
one.
number one comedian
That's
in
literally
the world.
That's literally probably
Kevin
the only
Hart.
one. I'm
I mean,
not
but
even
that's
gonna
still
lie.
like-
I'm not even gonna lie. That's
Nico,
probably
You
the
got to
only
come
one.
up with the exception in order for it to work.
But you
There's
just
literally
you can't declare an
nobody else.
absolute.
wasn't he divorced?
He was.
He was divorced from his
Cat
first wife.
Williams.
Cat
What's
Williams.
Cat Williams doing? Is he married?
Actually, I
Has
know
he been married? I never even heard of him
So-
being married because
Right.
5 inches taller as for men.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. The most. Yeah.
egg fucking exactly.
But I also
a
I
man-
know
it's a man
somebody
taller
else.
than
I
a
don't
woman.
give a fuck.
Yeah.
I personally
fuck
know
about
another situation where the guy she might be like maybe like 5'8", and he probably is like a good 5'4".
But how do
I
y'all
know
men
one.
feel when it comes to women who
Yeah,
use
that's
you
why
five?
secure,
I want
you
to know.
secure.
Who's sexy as fuck?
I was about
if
to
you
say,
came,
that's security?
if you came up to a woman, I mean, if a woman came up to you that was 5'12", one inch away of being 6 foot, how would you feel? And she was fine as fuck. She had every ambition. You would be
Listen.
totally
Oh, with
secure
it.
as a man. You would
Yeah,
give a
you'd be
fuck.
okay.
If a girl
would
taller than
pose-
me,
you would pose next to her in every family picture, Christmas picture, and everything. Happy.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
done
just
it.
making sure, Mr. Logic Man.
I've done it. I would
Because
love
a
to
lot
keep
of you
doing
men don't like that
Mr.
shit.
Logic.
Yeah,
Man.
no.
Yes,
It's
Mr. I'm
not that
trying
we
to
don't
fight
like
for
it.
you.
It's that you don't like it.
No.
No,
I disagree.
don't say me. Say the woman in the box.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
not in no box.
I'll say the woman in the
I don't
box.
live in a box.
I'll say the woman in the box. The women in the box don't like it because they're the ones that lead the breakups. 80% of divorces are initiated by women. Women don't like it. 80.
But you can't
Yeah.
necessarily use that statistic to
Because
to talk about.
it's because when it
height.
comes to
If
marriage,
them niggas was taller,
when it comes
they'd
to-
be okay
No,
with it.
because when it comes to marriage, a lot of men are the ones that are cheating, and half of the married
Women
men,
cheat just as much.
very much so. I don't disagree. They do.
So what are you talking
But a
about?
lot of women don't be the first one to cheat.
What makes you say that? So now we have an order of who cheats?
It's
Women
just,
cheat more
it's just
than
a-
men. There's no
What?
order.
No, I don't know if
What?
I agree with
Yeah,
that.
what
It's- it's-
statistic is that from? I've never heard of
I can't
that.
pull it up right now,
Even
but yes,
personally,
women are-
I've never cheated
Yeah,
unless I've even no
neither
matter
have I.
what the sex was. I've never cheated. I can't even say no matter what the sex was because being an adult and actually knowing how to fucking really cooperate in a motherfucking
Right.
relationship, I haven't had a boyfriend. But regardless of what,
Right.
when it comes down to a fucking relationship, you gotta fucking like.
Why can't you just be like, well, I haven't had a boyfriend, so I can't speak on this subject. And then we just go
Because
to the next
because
person.
it shouldn't matter about a boyfriend. It should matter as people.
We just.
But
need
I
to-
think because they're talking about like, oh, women cheat more than men.
Yeah, they do.
That's why.
I don't believe that.
But it
You don't
doesn't
believe that?
matter. I
don't-
feel like it matters
I
on
mean, I
what's
have
needed
studies
because
that
I've only
say it,
ever
but-
cheated
You said-
if I voice something wrong in a relationship and you blatantly ignore it.
Women initiate divorce.
Just like
mostly
men, they
on
got
financial
fantasies
reasons.
that they want that the women don't provide.
I don't
But a
believe that's
man,
true.
but a man would sit here and go act
This
on their
is-
fantasies versus bringing it up with to his girlfriend and letting her fulfill it.
guys. The divorce is initiated most of the time because of financial reasons. This is a proven
Okay,
fact
see,
for the
I can't-
past 50 years.
Okay.
This-
See, now that's different that we're talking about. We're not talking about.
Let
we wasn't
me
just
speak
talking
on
We're
that
talking
really
about
quick.
divorce.
Let me speak on that
okay,
really
but we
quick.
wasn't only talking about financial reasons because I ended my relationship.
I'm saying
because
that's
of
the
financial
main
reasons.
reason.
So if
Yeah,
I could,
I've ended my relationship because of financial reasons before, and that was the best love I
You
ever
been married?
had that I prayed for. No, but I'm talking
Same
about
divorce.
relationship wise. I can see why divorce because that shit y'all don't.
so I don't believe
That
a
shit is
majority of
serious.
marriages.
You've been married.
Yeah, I don't believe a majority of marriage. Well, this is what they'll chalk it up to in conclusion. But
Okay.
a lot of the reasons why people get divorced are not rooted in finance. It's rooted because of communication and understanding, but at the same time, the willingness to work with one another.
How do you measure communication and understanding?
That's what I'm saying. You can measure. That's why they chalk it up to the financial things, because you can
understanding.
measure.
It has to do with
it's not a proven fact. Majority of the time. So let me say this. If a woman goes and spends a certain amount of money or something like that, didn't talk to me about it, I get offended and upset. And then we keep doing that same thing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's the communication, understanding, and level of selfishness that sabotages that relationship. It's not the fact that
particular relationship, absolutely.
Right, but
because you're the one that's making the money. She's spending your money, or she's spending her own money.
Even if I make a frivolous decision about a loan or something like that. Say I take out a loan, now my family has more debt. Any way you want to think about it financially, there's some sort of communication that didn't initially happen, but at the same time, selfishness of that initial person who just said, forget about talking to my wife, or forget about trying to run this by this particular person. I'm going to be selfish and do what I want to do financially. Okay. So I don't think it's the selfishness that's the root.
You're talking about hold on, love. You're talking about selfishness in terms of money spending. When I say financial reasons, the woman is making more money than the man.
So you're saying,
or they're getting promoted to another job where they're making more money and the man is just stagnant.
So to sum up what you're saying, just so I understand the context, you're saying that the marriages, by and large, happen as a result of financial issues.
Divorces, yes.
Divorces. And it's because of the women's making more money and...
Yes.
Okay. I don't know.
Yes, and the percentages increase when the woman increases her pay wage.
So she's essentially leaving him because she's a scrub and she wants to go find
not because they're a scrub. I mean, if you use that context,
because of the financial inequity in that relationship.
But because the woman is making more money, she becomes more.
You gotta
I don't know if I believe that, though.
If a woman is making more money than her man, she's not necessarily looking for you to bow down and wash the dishes when she's home and have a cooked fucking meal. That's what it doesn't make sense to me. As long as you're providing what you can provide while you're not financially stable, as long as you're providing that support.
Love. In a perfect world, that sounds great. As long as you're providing everything for me that I love, then we can love each other forever.
But that's how the world works.
But here's the truth, though.
I'm talking about what you need.
I got you, though. I got you.
Go ahead.
Early on, when I first got married, again, I was 20. We're both in college. She was a year ahead of me. She graduated school first. I was in school still. She graduated school, got a job, started working. I was still in school. Couldn't find a job. I'm applying, trying to find all of these sorts of things.
Of course.
And so she's more making the bread, paying all of the bills, all of that sort of stuff while I'm still working in school.
Right.
We eventually get divorced, but it's not because of financial reasons.
Okay.
So it worked out in that particular situation. So I don't necessarily think that it's always...
What worked out?
Us in the time and season where she was working and I wasn't.
Yeah, at that time.
Right.
She saw the potential in you, right? It's not like you were just sitting on the couch doing nothing, not making any money.
Whether she saw the potential or not, that's not what your point was.
That's extremely important because women are into ambition, right?
But you just made the point, regardless of potential, you made the point that some folks women will leave a man because she's making more money.
I said most of the divorces happen due to financial reasons. That's all I said. I didn't say 100% of divorces happen because of financial reasons. Okay. All right. So when it comes to you married early. Most men don't get married at 20, bro.
Absolutely.
Like that's a special case. You are an exception.
I believe
so when you talk about your story, you talk about it from a different perspective than that's different from most. So when you talk about it from there, it's we not really hearing it on terms of a general sense.
You different.
You're the exception.
But I don't necessarily think that disqualifies the story, though.
It doesn't disqualify your story because that actually happened. It is reality.
Right.
That's
but I'm talking about
happened.
a story among the population of other people who have been married.
Absolutely.
Have been
but we have recorded history of everyone's marriage. It is literally a government contract that you have to sign by the USA.
I need you to show me that says that women are leaving their relationships because they have leveled up in a way. And
absolutely.
But you know what? But that's what I said about the whole... Me personally, it's really as a woman thing because a woman wouldn't mind. I personally feel like, and even honestly seeing it in people and other women that's been around me, they wouldn't mind making a little more as long as making more than the man. If the man wasn't working a lot, I've seen women constantly put up with a broke ass nigga who's not working.
Yeah,
right.
Who's not working at all.
I've seen that too.
Versus actually a man who's working and just don't make enough. So it's different. That's why I said it has to do with what you bring to the table. Because if you don't make enough, but you bring something to the table, and you also still providing for me mentally and being there how you should and all that type shit.
Then you are.
But if this nigga make just as much as me, and this nigga sitting here buying Gucci, Louis, Prada, sitting here doing all this extra shit and not saving his money, but I'm saving my money. That's what I'm saying. You talk about financial reasons, marriage, and marriage.
You guys keep going to how they're spending their money.
I'm saying you said because of financial reasons. That could be the financial reason. It could not just be because she's making more than him.
That's not a financial reason.
That is a financial reason.
That's just not knowing where to spend your money.
That is the financial reason.
Woman, I said that the percentage increases when the woman makes more money. That's all I'm saying. That's all I said. That's it. You get divorced more if you make more money. That's
I need to see the actual data. Because I feel like I've never heard that before.
Y'all never heard that divorces happen because of financial reasons?
No,
but
because if the woman really loves the dude, if the woman
take it a step further than that, though, it's made another statement.
If the woman really loves the dude, and I'm not the only one, yeah, she could still be making more than him, but his priorities could be straight.
If she really loves the dude, so you would love a broke man?
It don't matter if he's broke. It doesn't matter if and I just said that. It doesn't matter if a person is fucking broke, and they do. It don't matter if they broke. This person can make less than you.
That's social media stuff.
Look, this person can make less than you, but he still makes sure he still got his part for the bills. But at the end of the day, he can't go take you out and go do this, that, and the third. But you could take this nigga out and make sure y'all have that experience. It's what you're holding up for that moment. And if he's still making sure that he's doing what he needs to do, plus trying to better at the same time. Still trying to change his position.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
You would date a man that makes less money than you?
Yeah.
It's about the application.
I would. It is. It's all about the application, where his priorities at, his future. I mean, I feel like we all can
these things playing a part of him making more money. So
but even look at the people who are making. So look at the examples that we have. All of the people who are men who are making significantly more money than the woman and all that, and they don't seem any more. The women don't seem any more happier than those relationships than the people who
don't seem any more happier. What are you talking about?
So we have a lot of examples that. Like social media, celebrities, things that are posted in the media, things that we see very, very often that we've been programmed to see, that it's, I desire to have a man who makes significantly more money than me. Let's make six figures. Let's make this, let's make that.
Yeah.
And that's the expectation that people now have. But when you look at those relationships, they don't seem to be any happier. They're not lasting longer. They're not decreasing the divorce rate or anything like that.
I don't think you see the relationships that are actually working.
But
I don't think you see them in social media. I don't think you see them at all. My parents are not on social media.
Even if I don't see them, they're not reducing the divorce rate.
Right.
You don't.
As much.
I said even if I don't see them, they're still not impacting the statistics about divorce rates. So
yes, it is, because they're married. It is an actual statistic that we have. So my parents, they're not on social media. You don't see them at all, but they still are a statistic.
The only statistic you see these days about marriage is Jay-Z and Beyonce and motherfucking Cardi being Offset. How many times they motherfuckers go in and out?
See, this is what we look at. This is what we compare ourselves to. The celebrities, the 1%.
That's why you got to look beyond.
Of course, but I live in a different
era.
Well, no, I take that back. We all live in the same era, obviously. But I pay attention to different things. My own parents.
Same.
I pay attention to the wage gap. You know there's a wage gap, right?
Of course.
You know men statistically make more money than women.
Of course, because men can do what women can't do.
Quote unquote.
So that way, if a woman is doing, statistically, if a woman is doing what a man is doing, he will get paid more because he is capable of doing more.
Or he just works more hours.
Or working more hours because they're gonna give this man more hours before they give this woman more
hours.
I
can tell you.
Yes, they are.
Voluntarily, when men. Okay,
I can tell you a big part of why people divorce.
I've witnessed it.
Go ahead.
So I believe a big part of the reason why people get into relationships, get into marriages, and it doesn't work is at the end of the day, what we've done a lot of times is skipped out on the process of life, right? As it relates to a man, coming into or like putting in the work to actually develop who you are, come to understanding of who you are, grow into a manhood or growing into a life where you can set yourself up and be in position to take care of a family and all that sort of stuff. So if you as a man don't necessarily understand and have your purpose early on, and then you pick a woman not knowing where you're going, how do you know who to pick that's going to be able to help you last your journey?
Here you go. I agree with that. How is a man supposed to know this if his father isn't in his life?
So you could,
especially in the black community.
That's deep.
My father,
you gotta
great.
Talk about the girls too.
But you can get into that.
Females as well.
Yep.
We going back to Brandon. Go ahead.
So I'm kind of not a perfect example because my father, I didn't physically see him very often.
Okay.
I didn't really talk to him very often, but we don't have a bad relationship.
Okay.
But the way that I've come into understanding of that is honestly just taking the time to step back from what the rest of the world is participating in as it relates to relationships. Step back from the side, look at emotional healing and all that. But at the same time, investing and trying to understand what my gifts are. And so the things that I'm naturally great at, the things that I naturally do, the more I invest in those, serve in those, and then realize like, oh, well, that works for me. That this gift that I've used and there's possibility to make money in that. And so you kind of work those gifts and things that you have, then those gifts make room for you. And when you make it room for them, you start to make it back, then you start to make it back, then you start to grow. And then you kind of begin to understand partially what your purpose is in life. And then when you kind of walk that path and understanding what your purpose is, you have a better idea of what kind of woman can I choose and pick that kind of fits where I'm going and help me set my legacy. Well, that's not particularly how it happens most of the time. Most of the time, you got a lot of men who haven't really developed themselves, understanding what they're great at, understanding what they're good at, understanding what their purpose is in life, and they choose a woman who's not even fit or congruent to that.
Do you think they had an opportunity to even choose?
Everybody has an opportunity.
You think so?
Oh, you're talking about choosing?
Yes.
A woman?
Yes. In order to pick a specific woman for them.
Yes.
You think all men have options?
So I'm not saying. Well, yes.
Do you believe in building up or the forming of the character that you want? You know how people say they build a bear.
Let me just say
build
this.
a nigga. Build a bitch.
Let me say this.
Build a bitch.
If I'm a man and I'm continually working on myself, I'm continually, I call it increasing my draft stock, right? At the end of the day.
Right.
I'm emotionally healed. I'm continuing to grow my bag, make more money. I'm continuing to see the world from a different perspective, educate myself on a lot of different things. I expand that. If that's my focus, I then have the ability to go into the world and somewhat choose who I want to have as a partner. If I don't necessarily not perfect myself, but grow in understanding of who I am and perfect my craft, then I'm limiting the number of people that I have the ability to speak to or to talk to or to say, hey, because of what I offer at the end of the day. Like, I mean, that's just my perspective. Men choose the wrong people to try to walk the journey with. And then at the same time, there are women, right? So there's a perfect story. I don't know if you want to go there, but there's a perfect story for me, like in the Bible, right? Not everybody believes the Bible, but I believe I really like this story. It's called of Ruth and Boaz, right? So Ruth was a woman who followed her mother-in-law, Naomi. Naomi went back to her homeland and all that sort of stuff. Naomi told Ruth to work in the field. Ruth, long story short, works in that field. And the owner of the field's name is Boaz. And Boaz sees Ruth working in the field and all that sort of stuff, tells his servants not to take up all of the grain and all that because they're gathering grain in the field and all that sort of stuff. And so he gives Ruth opportunity to pick up a little bit more, take back to her family. Ruth works, takes that stuff up and brings it back to her family. And then eventually Boaz and Ruth get married. What that story kind of for me indicated at the same time is like, all right, looking at Boaz himself, his characteristics and all of that, Boaz put in the work. He has a field. If I'm going to marry, I have to have a field that I can off that field. He has a field. He probably started from somewhere, right? Didn't have a field, was working on himself. He had servants in that field. So that means he grew that bag.
What did Ruth have?
Ruth didn't. So that's the perfect thing, right?
Look at your face.
That's the perfect part. But that's the perfect part.
What's he bring to the table?
Ruth, listen though. Ruth or Naomi told Ruth to go work in the field, and what Boaz did is so key. He told his servants to say, you know what? Leave a little bit for her to work and gather behind. Don't take it all up. Leave a little bit for her. Okay. I want to see if she's actually going to put her hands down and do the work and do the work to see if she's worthy to be somebody for me. And so he tested her as well. So it's not just like, oh, she's the most gorgeous thing. That's how men choose, right? That's find the baddest shorty they can find and then just pick them just because they're bad.
But a lot of these baddest shorties be full of nothing. Right. Be full of fucking air.
Why though?
Be full of fucking air because they're so worried about looking like one thing, but they don't think that niggas care about this up here or care about what's going on in here. They think they need. That's why they got that song. These BBLs killing y'all. Because first of all, you think this BBL is just gonna be the only thing that this nigga's gonna pay attention to, but you're not gonna go to college or you're not gonna go get a trade, but you got but a dude like him was full of substance.
No. He's gonna think the same thing.
It's
because that's all she has to offer.
Who care about something? No, because that's what she perceives that she only has to offer. But if this woman who went and got a whole college degree and went and got a horrible ass BBL,
See, I'm
and
not
yet
even
you
interested in a
think
Harvard
she's
degree,
just a ghetto ass female with a bad BBL, but whole time she's an intellectual female who has a degree, probably 2 of them.
So that's specifically why I said that. Like, I'm interested in a woman who is intelligent, has passion, ambition, and all that sort of stuff. And then, in that example, you don't have to have a college degree. You don't have to have you can have a GED, but as long as you have some of those other things that says, look, I can go make a bag out here regardless of what kind of education. I'm still intelligent and all those things. That's the thing that kind of attracts me. It ain't got to be that you have all these. And just like I said in that example, Boaz saw that Ruth worked.
I think I'm about to say. So I think what you're talking about is effort.
The application,
Well, not even effort for me, but on her part. She was like, no, I need to go make sure my family, I'm going to go make sure.
You want a woman that has discipline and effort.
Yes,
She's going out in her bag.
The application. That's exactly what the fuck we've been saying. The same thing.
I mean, that's like in part why I want to do my thing, because I feel like in the past I have like relied on men, and I don't want to do that.
In what way?
Anymore. Just like not necessarily like financially, but like I'll be good. Like if I have a man, like I'll have a place to live.
Right.
Like I don't know, attention all the time. Like I don't want to.
He'll take care of you.
Yeah, yeah. So that's why I'm doing my own thing right now.
That's why you're doing your thing.
Work in
I don't
progress.
think about none of that shit. I think about me taking care of me.
Yeah, but again, that's where. Right, I know. But that's what I'm saying. Like in the past,
but I mean, you being a straight female, it's certain things that's put into you. I feel like that's.
Yeah, so because she's a straight female.
No. Don't do that. But I feel like a lot of things that are put into straight women's heads is that they need a man to take care of them, or a man to supply what they lack.
Yeah.
I feel like that's put into a lot of women.
You think that's what's put in their heads nowadays? Like, with the new age feminism and everything? They're telling them to...
Excuse me. The new age feminism is not feminist enough for me.
Not feminist enough?
They're not feminist enough for me. Because first of all,
we can go
they talking about men, women is all I hear about the new age feminism is that women could do what men can do. Women could be business owners just like men could be business owners. Yeah. That's great and all. Yeah, we are that and all. But that's why I look at myself as non-binary. That's where it comes down to my certain beliefs and my certain...
Wait, so you agree with that women can do what men can do?
It comes to certain things, just like I said in the beginning. There's certain things that women can do that men can't do, and certain things that men can do that women can't do. But certain things we can do like men can do, and certain things men can do that women can do. It's all depends on the aspect and the roster. What you talking about? That's what it depends on. Because of course, just like if you go down to the same shit, women can't fucking have a baby with another woman. You feel me? But if there was this buff ass woman that could pick up 100,000 motherfucking pounds that this big ass buff ass man could pick up, yeah, okay, that's different. But it's different aspects. It's different things that you're talking about in relation to. That's why I'm non-binary. That's why I believe in the whole don't put a title on shit. It's all about what you can accomplish unless it comes down to the legit particular science.
I think when you're talking about the one person and the one person, there is a strong ass diesel woman out there.
But to me, whether you're with a man or a woman, it shouldn't matter.
Let's talk about the general aspect of it.
The average person.
The average woman can do what an average man can?
I feel like they could.
I don't care what you feel like.
I feel like
can the average woman do what an average man can? I feel like they could
because I know a lot of women out here who
give specific examples though.
Exactly. What is what you're talking about? The average.
Would the average woman work the same hours an average man does?
Very much so.
Okay, that's
especially if it's
an average woman to an average
I'm talking about I know women who has kids and women who don't have kids who bust their ass and work constantly more than these bum ass niggas do. So it's because a lot of these days
why they gotta be all that?
No. Because pause, you have a lot more bum ass niggas these days than you do with what you're talking about.
What do you
a
mean?
lot of niggas who
What am
make
I talking about?
I'm talking about a lot of guys like y'all. Like, you know, y'all make sure y'all do y'all part. Y'all make sure y'all, you know, masculine, manly, all that extra shit, and do y'all part, which I need to for y'all.
Right.
But it's a lot of bum ass niggas out here, and that's where it get ties up at with a lot of the quality women.
You don't think there's
niggas.
more bum women than there are bum men?
I think because of social media and because of the statistic they putting on. See now the modern thing now these days is that, you know how back in the day used to be woman be a housewife and the man be the one to be the breadwinner, right?
Yeah.
The traditional way, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
So nowadays, I've seen a whole lot of niggas sit there on their ass and be taking care of their women, and the women still be there for that bum ass nigga. So you feel what I'm saying? It got to do with the woman and her tolerance. It also got to do with the ambitions, with the purpose, and what they look for, and what they're trying to achieve, and what they know that they can't have along their journey. Because you can't have somebody sitting there leeching on you, and while you're trying to make it to the top, no, they're just gonna keep making you go back to the bottom because they're sucking. What do you mean? They're sucking.
That's how they be sucking.
Nah, that's where you're.
Oh shit! What did
When you suck, you be down, right? So you're sucking. You're going nothing but. Stop playing with me, Mike.
Stop, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that on my platform.
Not like that, because you a nigga.
That's what you be doing when you sucking?
Nah, but you know, you're not gonna accelerate. You're gonna go down. You're not gonna accelerate. You're gonna go down. You're gonna sink. You're gonna sink.
It just got dark for a second.
God, you took it there.
He said, "Don't do that on my platform." I'm crying. I'm crying.
What's up?
I feel like I didn't grill you enough.
Nah, she definitely
don't give it to me.
She definitely didn't.
Okay, go ahead.
Y'all ain't got any questions for her?
Shit. I would have to think. I gotta think for questions. I gotta think for
know,
questions.
Right? I gotta think about my
She
answer.
ain't said enough. She ain't said enough for me to put to form.
I'm a listener.
Would you ever date a man with kids?
I could tell.
Would I ever date a man with kids? At this point, I don't really want to, because I don't know if I want kids myself.
What? You don't want to leave your legacy behind?
I don't know yet. Yeah.
What?
It's a lot of
everything's gonna.
There's a lot of different factors. I actually have
Are you an only child?
No, I have 2 sisters.
Okay, so you're gonna rely on them to keep your family's name alive.
Well, hopefully, because my one sister definitely does not want kids. I haven't said definitely no. It's a lot to think about, because I have
Just
some health issues though as well that complicates.
Me too.
Yeah, so that it makes it scary.
Okay.
Honestly.
Okay.
That part makes it very scary for me. But I do love kids. Like, I was a camp counselor. It's nothing like that. It's just a lot for me to.
Don't let your fear of loss stop you from great things.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially leaving your name behind.
Yeah, I know. That is important.
Especially how serious you are. You know how you differ from the modern age of what is going on now.
Who said she's serious?
Huh?
She said she goofy. She's not serious.
No, yeah, but I'm talking about seriousness when it comes to when she deals with other people, because it's a lot of people putting up with shit that they don't want to put up with.
Yeah.
You feel me? She's 29 and she don't have kids. I'm 28 and I don't have kids, and we're rare fucking gems to come across.
Yeah. Nowadays.
I'll tell you what, my scissor game is real mean. It just cut quick.
I deal with women. I was thinking about a whole totally different. I was thinking about a whole. Hold on now, nigga. Hold on. What did you talk about?
No. Speaking of scissor game,
clock on it. Like, what you do?
I rephrase.
It's a family show.
I cut off people quickly. Okay, we go make that clear.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Scissor game, cool. We have to cut the show off. It's been over an hour.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
it goes
sorry
by too
about
fast.
That. But plug y'all stuff, and where can we find you on social media?
On social media, Maya Tina Turner. I'm a listener.
Listener. That's it.
Yeah.
All right.
You can find me on social media at official.norwood. That's my personal page, and then I also have a business page, de.fashion.alliance. That's my business page where I do like a lot of runway shows and all of that sort of stuff. So
word.
Okay, you can find me at Love Spell, 4 L's at the end, LUV Spell with 4 L's. Okay. I have a business page as well, Made with Love, LUV, but with 2 H's. Okay. I have to update my page though. It's under construction because I got a lot of work and a lot of shit I've been working on to update. And
Like
I've
rocks.
been dealing with a lot. Stop playing with me because it's not rocks. Nigga, it's hair and it's makeup and it's eyelash extensions and microblading because that's all the shit that I do because I'm a jill of all trades. Don't play with me. Stop talking about just rocks. But I will let you know what them rocks do.
My fault.
Hello?
My fault. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe on the video. I'll catch y'all.